Hey there, TRW crew. Matt Vassallo here with the RhinestoneWorld.com, and this is your TRW Stone Wizard version 2 tutorial number 62, the Magic Weed True Type Font feature. So the way that this feature works is we know a lot of you out there may have True Type fonts from another company, and maybe before we started the whole sticky flock craze of turning your Rhinestone fonts into a sticky flock Rhinestone True Type font where we started putting the boxes around it, a lot of other companies are doing that now. So what we did is we wanted to have a feature in the TRW Stone Wizard, so if you did get True Type fonts that were around before we started the Sticky Flock Box True Type fonts, then you would still have the ability to turn those into that type of a font. So I know there's many different places to buy the True Type fonts other than the Rhinestone World, so we know that many of you out there have those, and we wanted you to have the ability to put the boxes around it. So I'm going to show you how you can do that in the TRW Stone Wizard version 2 here. A couple of different ways. You can just type in the actual letters or anything that you want. So if you just wanted different letters, you could just type them in and hit create. Or if you wanted an upper, upper lower, or all lower. So you got all lower, all upper, and upper lower. You can also create two color fonts as well. So I'm going to show you what we can do with this. So we can always change our material settings. That doesn't matter. That'll change to whatever we want. Now what we can also do is, like I was saying, we can just create these letters. Now bear in mind, this font that we're going to do here, I'm going to go to my fonts, TRW 120 Sticky Flock. So those are the ones that have all the boxes around it. Well, if I go to this Rhinestone font file, those do not have boxes around it, okay? So for example, if I came over here and I typed out TRW and we went to our font, I'm just going to show you, let's go TRW Crew. Oh, changed my lowercase, TRW Crew. And let's go to our font over here just to show you that this font right here has the boxes. This one doesn't. Okay, so this is a font that does not have sticky flock boxes around it at this time. So let's go ahead and delete. We'll get rid of that. And let's say I want to create all of these letters right here. So in order to do that, all I would need to do is I'm going to set my top margin. I like 0.2. Our side margin, to get it tight on each side, I go at 0.05. And then the gutter is just the spacing in between them. I hit create and you're done. There you go. You got VGEWBRNHJET, capital BNT, just like we have typed out there. Pretty awesome, huh? I mean, and how fast it is. That's one of the key features, is just to see. I clicked the button and it was created. It doesn't have to scan through every single letter and every single file and take forever. You click a button, you want it done. You click it and it's done. Okay, so watch. I can create a whole upper font, a whole upper and lower. But now what I also want to do, I want it to set up for my material that I'm using. So let's just change this to pink, like we're using pink sticky flock here. And then what we're going to do is, once we decide, okay, what color do I want to use? Do I want to use pink? Do I want to use purple? Whatever you want. We're going to go with the pink. And I want to say I'm using 12-inch sticky flock, and I don't know, it's 15 feet, a little over a foot that I'm feeding into my machine here. You may be using a Cameo or something if you're using the 12-inch material, or you're using one of the GCC Jaguar 4s or Roland GX24 or Graphtec. Any of these different cutters you could be using. 12-inch we find to be a popular material width because you don't get as much waste on it as well. And then we're going to do our margins at a 1/2 inch. And what our margins are is basically that's saying our pinch rollers, we're losing a 1/2 inch on each side, so I don't want you to put templates at a 1/2 inch on each side, okay? So that makes sense. That's going to let you set up your material and cuts and everything quicker. So I got it set to 12 inches wide, 15 inches high, 0.5 margin, and then I'm going the top margin, which is the spacing over the top of the letter and the bottom of the letter. We want that decent. Our side margins are gutter, and I'm going to click create, and I just clicked it and it's done. And then look, what it does is it shows our sticky flock here. It automatically arranges our actual letters. Now, if we wanted to, we could tighten up the spacing here, and what's happening is with that 1/2 inch difference, it knows that the G won't fit there. So that's why it automatically puts the G down there. So if we look at this and we tighten all of this up, then probably this M would fit there, but it's inside that ½ inch margin that we created where our pinch rollers are. It knows it's going to miss that part, and that's why the program automatically knows to throw it down to the next row right there. So pretty cool, make a lot of sense. And the awesome thing about this is when you're creating a font like this, not only do you do it literally in a matter of one click and it's 1 second that it creates the entire font with perfect sticky flock boxes around it, but it's also going to arrange it for the material that you're cutting on right away. So if you were using, say, 9-inch material, it would have probably cut off right around the E here, through these F's down there, came back, through the M down there, came back, and it's just going to arrange depending on whatever width you come in here, whether it's 9-inch, 12-inch, 14.5-inch, 18-inch, and 24-inch. We carry every size of the sticky flock template material on the website. So, hope this video helped you out on the TRW Stone Wizard version 2 and the True Type font sticky flock boxes for the Magic Weed. And also, just to let you know, you can do a 2-color True Type font as well. So this is pretty cool. If I go to a 2-color design, all I'm going to do with that is I choose the 2-color, and you got to think, when you have a 2-color design, oh, let me go ahead and select white there. When you have a 2-color design, you got to think that the outside part of that design is going to be a little different than the inside, because obviously it has to go to the inside of the letter. But the thing is, and the thing that's tricky about it, is the box always needs to be the exact same size, because when you layer those to make the second color, that the boxes need to line up perfect to use the stacking method like we use with the sticky flock template material. So let's go to our fonts. Let's go to our TRW 45, which I know is a 2-color sticky flock font and True Type font. And we got our TRW 45 2-color. Now you can see this is the SF version, which is sticky flock. There's our RF, so we want to use the RF. We want a font that does not have sticky flock boxes yet. Now we want to say, hey, Wizard, this is a 2-color font, so I need you to not create a 0.2 margin off the edges of the stones on every single one. I need you to be smart, make up the difference on the inside letters of that font so they'll match up with the outside. So I click 2-color. That's all you need to do. To tell the Wizard all of what I just said, all we want you to have to do is go click. And then we got our upper lower, okay? So then what we're going to do is right over here, we're just going to hit, we got our settings set. We're at 12. Materials don't matter. We could go to 18-inch material, whatever you want. Let's go 16-inch. That doesn't really matter right now because we don't need to have it for the cut. But if we hit create, I just click the button right there and it's done. Okay, now you can see right there, look at that. You got the A, B, B, C, C, but they're all set up perfect. It's got our ½ inch margin right there, perfect on it, all arranged perfectly to send to your cutter. We just put it on a white background this time, and you're ready to go ahead and cut this design. So how awesome is that? So that is our Magic Weed for a True Type font. Just click on the video up here and you will see the tutorial for making the Magic Weed on a non-True Type font. So hope this video helped you out. If you do have any questions, make sure to give us a call. The number is 941-755-1696. This is Matt with the rhinestoneworld.com, and you guys all have a great day.